This is PlanFaux for Saturday, February 8th, 2014. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Faux Show. Today is Saturday, February 8th. My name is Angela.
And my name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the Faux Show is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room I have here on my iPad.
Oh, the chat room. I've got that full screen on my screen.
It's over there on monitor where we can see ourselves.
Doesn't matter at all, Angela. It is actually also contained within the best lower third on the internet, built from the blockchain of humanity, over at jblive.tv, and hiding my orange juice today.
Is this a faux fight? My drink too.
So what's going on, Ange?
So this is a PlanFaux.
What?
Because as some of you know, we had a show called Plan B, and it's on hiatus, or maybe just.
But Bitcoin's
done.
gone crazy this week.
But yeah, there's been some news, and while it's not enough to bring back, to bring back the show yet, it's enough that maybe you guys want to know about it and maybe protect.
And we'll give you, even if you're not a Bitcoin enthusiast, we're going to give you a little bit of info about what's going on. Just kind of chat about it.
And some fun.
Usually faux style. And as you can see, so right now we're looking at the Mt. Gox price. But even if you go to a more reasonable exchange like Bitstamp, different exchanges are places where you can exchange your Bitcoin for actual monies. And even Bitstamp, one of the more stable exchanges right now at this point, is taking a pretty big hit at the moment. And some of you might be wondering, what the heck is going on? And is it related to the Russian Winter Olympics? Is it some sort of winter cold? What's going on? But no, friends, in fact, there's several things that have happened this week. Yep.
So first of all, if you don't know already, Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's not, well, you can print it. It has an address. They're limited. There's not just an unlimited amount of Bitcoin.
Yeah, in fact, there's even people working on Bitcoin checks that uses like a series of QR codes and stuff like that, where you can actually give somebody a physical paper, and then they can scan it in with their smartphone, and it goes into their Bitcoin wallet.
Right, and so it's a series of mathematical problems that computers, miners, can solve. And once Bitcoin came out, and that's why there's only a certain amount of answers, which is a Bitcoin. But now there's a ton of other digital currencies, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Dogecoin, everybody's talking about these days. Litecoin's been around for a while.
The Doge or dog, I don't know.
Doge.
Yeah, it's like, apparently has a dog on it.
Yeah, it's the Doge. That's the Doge.
That's the Doge.
Yeah, it's Doge. Hey, look at that Doge.
Litecoin seems to be, I don't know about Ripples, but But there's like a Coinye.
Yeah, no, Kanye's trying to get that shut down.
Yeah, right.
It's getting a little crazy now. It's getting to be the point where like everybody's like, hey, you know what I want? Cryptocurrency. Hey, everybody, get some JB coins. Get some JB coins, everybody. It's getting ridiculous.
But what's kind of crazy or kind of cool is that you can take your Dogecoin or whatever, and you can exchange it for Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin feels like the most valid. Bitcoin and Litecoin feel like the most valid.
And it's certainly seen the most consumer and also like business adoption. Like Overstock.com recently started accepting Bitcoin. VPS services are accepting Bitcoin. VPN services are accepting Bitcoin.
Yep.
Hosting companies are accepting Bitcoin. Glide, which is an app that lets you buy gift cards. So you can buy the gift cards with Bitcoin, and then you can buy like a gift card to Arby's. So you can convert Bitcoin into gift card, and then use that gift card at like basically every retail store that Glide GLYDE supports. And it's just an iPhone or Android app.
So Eichmeyer points out that maybe it's Doggy Coin.
No,
DOGE. Doggy Coin.
It's Doge.
Well, but you pronounce Eichmeyer's name Ickmeyer, so
it's Doge.
It might be Doggy Coin.
No, it's Doge. It's definitely.
You might be onto something.
It's totes Doge.
So Pressman57 says pyramid scheme.
I love that.
I never thought about it that way.
How at all is it a pyramid scheme?
It's not, but
I'll give you, here's a pyramid scheme. Here's a pyramid scheme. A private company called the Federal Reserve manages all of the money and makes interest off of creating that money for the people of a country. That, my friends, is the definition of a pyramid scheme. Now,
there's a pyramid on the dollar, isn't there?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing about Bitcoin, and this is, you can't deny this, is early adopters, like the people who created Bitcoin and people who got into it early, are way better off, right? I mean, they're going to be. They have so much more Bitcoin than people will ever have getting in now. That by Bitcoin going up in value, by other people going in, the people who got in early, their value goes up.
Right.
So that's how people kind of think it's like a pyramid scheme. But you could also, if you think of Bitcoin as a commodity like gold,
or stocks,
people who bought stocks first, or people who mined the gold first. When other people started mining gold and gold became more scarce, then the value of gold went up, and the people who mined that gold first, their gold went up. Now, we don't call that a pyramid scheme. We just call that the value of a commodity that's scarce.
Right.
So that's kind of how you have to think about it a little bit.
Rikai said, BRB making JB Coin client.
You know,
with a little wave.
A lot of people are starting to talk about Bitcoin as sort of this universal internet payment system where you could use Bitcoin, where you would send somebody a Bitcoin, and that would be maybe in place of a wire transfer. So I, as a customer, go to Western Union, or actually the U.S. Postal Service is actually looking into doing this.
Really?
The U.S. Postal Service is looking, you go to the post office, you pay them in cash, they convert it to Bitcoin at the post office, they transmit it to the recipient. At the recipient's office, they convert it back to cash, or euros, or whatever it would be.
That is one of the greatest things about this currency, is that it in any country, it's a Bitcoin.
Yeah. A Bitcoin is a Bitcoin wherever you go in the world.
Right.
It's a world. It's not a U.S. currency. It's not a Russian currency or a Chinese currency. It's the currency of the internet.
Right.
And so anywhere the internet works, Bitcoin works. But then when you also consider paper wallets, it actually moves into the cash realm as well. And I think this is why Apple has recently made a big kerfuffle by dropping another very popular Bitcoin app. This is one of the most popular, the Blockchain app. Blockchain is an online wallet, one of the most successful out there. That's like a bank for Bitcoin. And Apple just pulled their app. Now, this is among a bunch of other apps that Apple has recently pulled. Coinbase has another app that got pulled, and a few others. And people are beginning to speculate because Apple wants to get into the digital payment wallet system with the iPhone and iAccessories and iBeacons, and the theory is that perhaps Apple is starting to clamp down on these because they don't want competition. But Angela, have you seen the backlash from this?
No, I honestly haven't.
All right, well, bring up number 4 there, Angie, and I'll play it. This is, there has been lots of videos online. I picked this one. I liked it a lot because it's a play on Apple's Think Different campaign from a while ago.
My name is Brent.
My name is Keith. I'm showing my face as per the rules.
My name is Chris.
I'm BTC PR. This is my iPhone 5, and I'm tired of Apple removing Bitcoin apps from the App Store.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels.
What I'm going to shoot today is my iPhone.
The troublemakers.
I'm at 300 yards.
The round pegs in the square holes.
Smash the shit out of this phone.
The ones who see things differently.
I think we're all good to go here.
They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo.
Fuck the NSA and sharing data.
You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify.
This is a machete.
About the only thing you can't do is ignore them.
Pretty well busted.
Because they change
Broken
things.
beyond repair.
They push the human race forward.
I'm really looking forward to my Nexus 5.
While some may see them as the crazy ones,
This is not acceptable.
we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world
Figured I could use a couple more hits.
are the ones who do.
69 grade match chain sure did a number on it at 50 yards.
So I understand people are upset that Apple pulled the Bitcoin apps from the App Store, but don't destroy your phone.
Yeah.
Give it to somebody who could use it, and then go get yourself a new phone. And there's one way you could do that over at Ting.com, my friends. That's right. Ting is mobile that makes sense. Ting is my mobile service provider. And look at this. We got dual phones up here on the faux show set today. And just rocking the HTC One. And I was just telling Ange that I don't know if this is a Ting-specific benefit or what, but my HTC One has been staying so freaking up to date. Like right now, as we're out here, I just got the latest Android update pushed to the HTC One. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to install that right now. Boom. I'm installing the new Android update right now as we're doing the Ting spot. How awesome is that? So here's what you got to do. You got to find out about Ting. Now, Ting is mobile that makes sense. They have no contracts, no early termination fee, and you only pay for what you use. Go.
You only pay for what you use.
You only pay for what you use. How do people get started, Ange? How do people get started?
They go to faux.ting.com.
That's right, my friends. Go to faux.ting.com, and now's a better time than ever to go over there, because right when you go to faux.ting.com, not only does that let them know that you appreciate them supporting the faux show so we can pay for our babysitters so we can do this show every single week, but you can also try out their new savings calculator. Why would you want to try out their new savings calculator? My friends, Ting just slashed their data rates. Ting is cheaper than before. And here's what's
Yep.
great. Because Ting doesn't have contracts, Ange, Ting doesn't have early termination fees, Ange, you just pay for what you use. You already have the new rate. If you're a Ting subscriber, you've already got the new rates. You don't have to call them. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything because you only pay for what you use. You're just now paying at the new rate. It's $6 a flat line.
Yeah,
$6.
which is not common. Like if AT&T came out tomorrow with lower rates, you'd have to you'd be a new customer to get that new rate.
Or call them and get in another 2-year
Right.
contract.
Yeah.
Get out of whatever
Negotiate
sweet
it
deal that you had
somehow.
finally
Yeah.
gotten into last time.
Right.
I know. Not with Ting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It is really cool, and they have a ton of great devices. You can also bring over an iPhone 4 or 4S, and Ting also just recently released an iOS app. And I think, speaking of Nexus 5s, that guy was saying, I'm going to go get a Nexus 5. Go check out Ting's G Plus page, their Ting FTW on Google Plus. They were just doing a giveaway, and they're also on Twitter, but over on their G Plus page, they were just doing a giveaway of the Nexus 5, and they're always making announcements on their Twitter page, too. They're twitter.com/TingFTW over there as well. And they'll even answer if you got a really quick support question. Although I would recommend if you really want to get some great support, call Ting. They've got excellent customer service. If you call them at 1-855-TING-FTW, a real person answers the phone right then and there, usually on the first ring or two. You get in there, that person is trained and educated to answer your problem. They don't have to hand you off. And Ange, you're a busy mom, so you appreciate that time saving.
Yep.
Or, if you work in a team, since each phone is only $6 a flat line, you can have a whole set of phones sharing a pooled set of minutes, just paying however much each phone uses.
Yep.
And so if you're in a team or a small business, you don't want to have to be the tech support person. So the fact that you can just give them that 1-855-TING-FTW number and they can just call somebody and get help, that takes the burden off you, which is really great too.
Yep.
Go check them out. Ting's just keeps getting better and better with giveaways, with the new rates, with their early termination relief program where they'll pay up to $75 per line if you have to get out of your current contract. $6 flat rate, only pay for what you use, included hotspot and tethering. Man, I just love Ting. And look at this. Look at this. My update is almost done. I just love getting the new stuff. And, this is such a pain in the butt with so many Android phones on some of those big carriers. You guys know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. But not on Ting. I've already got the latest stuff. Ting wants to keep you up to date, and why wouldn't they? You own these devices, so it is not in Ting's best interest to make you have to buy a new phone all the time. That's not how their business model works. Their business model only works when you're happy and you're satisfied, and that's why I love Ting. So go get started over at faux.ting.com.
Also, you can port your device. You can bring your own device, or you can buy one from them, or you can bring your iPhone 4.
They have a really 4S. They have a really good BYOD page over there, and they also, by the way, they have a really cool used device program where if you want to really save some money, you can always check out their used devices. You can look at this, $40 for the LG Rumor, $40 for no contract phone, right? Or you can go to $208 if you go to faux.ting.com and get our discount. $208 for an S2 white. But if none of those meet your requirements, they also have a Ting personal shopper service. They have a concierge who will go find you a compatible phone that's used and in good condition and help you bring it over to the Ting network. It's pretty nice. And if you get a Nexus 5, you can buy it directly from the Google Play Store, and then you just go down here and go grab the Ting SIM for the Nexus 5 right there. $10.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool, and they'll just ship it right to you.
It looks like our audience, we have a pretty global audience. They want Ting everywhere.
They do. They really do.
They are not in Norway, I guess, and not in the UK yet.
Yeah. No, I know.
If we hear
And
something
Canada.
about that, we will let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So, it wasn't just Apple banning an iPhone app that caused Bitcoin to tumble. Bitcoin's much bigger than just one bad news event now. But it's kind of been a whole series of things. Russia announced not new rules. Russia's central bank announced this week that they sort of reaffirmed what their existing laws stated, and that was that the ruble is the official money of Russia, and that Bitcoin cannot be used as a money substitute. So that means you can't buy goods with Bitcoin in Russia. You can't, use it as you would a currency. Now, I don't know what this means for the commodity angle of Bitcoin. There could still be some interesting discussion there, as is in China, too. But the Bank of Russia has warned that the Russian legal entities providing services for exchange of virtual currency in rubles and foreign currency, as well as for goods, works, or services, will be considered as potential involvement in the implementation of suspicious transactions in accordance with the legislation on counteraction to legalization, laundering, proceed crimes, and financing of terrorism.
Wow.
That's pretty bad. So that really started it. And then the final sort of nail in the Bitcoin coffin this week is frickin' Mt. Gox. Now,
Yeah.
every episode of Plan B, I've said, quit using frickin' Mt. Gox. They're a clown show. They're an embarrassment to the Bitcoin community. And every time something really bad happens with the Bitcoin price, Mt. Gox, not every time, but almost every time, Mt. Gox is at the cause of it. And so this week, Mt. Gox has caused yet another tumble in the Bitcoin price due to technical issues with withdrawals. So people can't get their money or their coins out of Bitcoin, out of Mt. Gox. Why people are using Mt. Gox, I have no idea at this point, because they've been screwed over with withdrawals for a while now.
Yep.
And now they're getting screwed over with actually removing the Bitcoin. And there's other good exchanges out there, but so you have this Apple event, you have this Russia event, and then you have the fact that people can't get their money in and out of Mt. Gox. And these kind of things just came together to bring the price from $1,000 to, what is it, like 700 something right now?
Yeah. There, 712.
Pretty rough. Pretty. And are you on Gox? Who's your
Bitcoinity.
Yeah, there you go. There's Mt. Gox. So Mt. Gox is 670.
Wow.
Yeah. Usually Mt. Gox has the highest price, but now because of all this latest shenanigans, they are the lowest. I like Bitstamp. You know, it's only the reason I say that. There's two places I've had success getting money in and out of on a reoccurring basis, and that's Coinbase and Mt. Gox.
So if you follow Bitcoin or want to start following Bitcoin, you can go to the subreddit, which is /Bitcoin/top, or just /Bitcoin, and scroll the top stories there about Bitcoin.
Yeah, and that's actually a really active community. Look how many subscribers they have there. See where it says Bitcoin on the right-hand side and it says subscribe?
1,135?
1,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 100,000. They just recently broke 100,000 subscribers to their
I
Bitcoin.
want to see this picture. I don't understand Bitcoin. I don't understand Reddit.
Yeah, well, think of it as like a message board meets Twitter meets...
I know, but so he says, I was wearing a Bitcoin hat and a store manager at Best Buy just saw it and told me that they just upgraded all the scanners in his store to be able to scan QR codes, and that he has heard internal rumors that corporate is currently testing accepting Bitcoin. Oh,
that would be interesting.
I was hoping to see a picture of a Bitcoin hat.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I want a Bitcoin hat.
That's what I was trying to find.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's this website called Buttcoin.
Yeah.
And
sort of like a parody of the Bitcoin community, some of the most ridiculous aspects of the Bitcoin community.
You can listen to it, but there's I kind of like this most popular post here, and there's a Cards Against Humanity, and I know that the faux show audience, you know, after playing Cards Against Humanity in one of the shows,
that was a fun episode.
That anyway, that they don't want to accept Bitcoin, and there's just a funny, well, not funny, but a back and forth about the Cards Against Humanity people saying, no, we're not going to be accepting Bitcoin.
People that are really excited about Bitcoin can sometimes go too far. And, excuse me. And, of course, you might be familiar with Listen to Bitcoin, but are you familiar with Listen to Buttcoin? That's right. You can just Google search Listen to Buttcoin. Now, what's Cosby mode, Ange? You know what? I'm going to turn on Cosby mode. Let's see. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Actually, it's more like Kodak film.
So every
wow.
Well, wow. Okay.
Is it just Bill Cosby saying a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, every time there's a Bitcoin transaction, and every time there's a Bitcoin transaction. So in butt mode, every time there's a Bitcoin transaction, there's a fart. And in Cosby mode, every time there's a Bitcoin transaction, Bill Cosby says something crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't done the Cosby mode yet. But.
Yeah, so that's... Now, Listen to Bitcoin's actually really cool. Like Dylan, remember when he was little, he'd love that.
Yeah, pull it up. It has a nice little chime, and when there's a huge, well, at least on Buttcoin, when there's a huge purchase or sale, or is it just purchases?
No,
it's both.
Yeah, or when a new block of Bitcoins is discovered too. I think it.
Yeah. So in the Buttcoin, it does a big flush, which is
all right. So here's
really funny.
This is BitListen. This is kind of the new one, and these little, and you can select your instrument. Should we go planet?
Yeah.
Okay, here's planet. Oh, that's really trippy. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's weird.
What's weird about it?
Don't you hear it?
No.
Oh, it's weird.
I could.
I'm gonna switch to. All right, let's switch to.
Wait, I want to hear it.
Isn't that weird? It's like a sci-fi movie up in here.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna switch to Wicket or whatever. Wiki. All right, here's Wiki. So one of the cool things is that it scales the pitch with the transaction amount. So the bigger transaction, the deeper the sound is. And this is a server-side software that is just watching the blockchain, extracting transactions. See how it got deeper there because there's a whole bunch of transactions?
Whoa!
Yeah. So this is server-side software that's monitoring the blockchain, detecting transactions, and then representing those transactions as their relative amount in the size of the bubble.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I like the Celestia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds clean and
Yeah, it's nice.
pretty.
And you can hide the interface. So you can just go full screen bubbles. Isn't that cool?
Nice.
Yeah. So, and that's bitlisten.com. And this is, if you're a Bitcoin enthusiast, you probably already know about this, but this is just a neat way when you think about the fact that you take a currency and you make it totally, the ledger is completely open and anybody can analyze the protocol. The protocol is open source. There's all kinds of really neat, fun things that people can create around this currency that we never had before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not very practical, but a very interesting implementation of that fact.
Yep.
All right. You can pull down number 4 again. Yep. I'm all done. I just thought that.
Okay.
What do you got next?
So, Scan, for all you UK guys and gals, Scan is now accepting Bitcoins. So, scan.co.uk, which is apparently a pretty popular hardware, software, or well, probably just hardware.
Your hardware and software.
Hardware website.
Your software.
You can now find Bitcoin.
Oh, really? They're selling like Bitcoin related mining stuff or what?
No. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but no, they accept Bitcoins.
Yeah.
You can pay using Bitcoins.
There's a couple of sites out there that track different locations that pay using Bitcoin, and that's neat that they do. You know what would really blow it open is like if services like Netflix or Amazon for Prime or something.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Or if like you could charge your Amazon payments account with Bitcoin or your PayPal account with Bitcoin. PayPal's talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
So here's 10 places you can spend Bitcoins in the UK. Takeaway.com, which is apparently looks like a pizza place.
It's a pizza place. That would be. I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about spending for food and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Sawmill Cafe. Let's see, that's an ad. Ball bikes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I guess.
The UK, man. Tell you what, they got ball bikes over there.
Herefordshire taxi driver. And private fly. That's kind of cool. Empirica. I don't know what a lot of these are. Girl meets dress. I'm sure that is very valuable to all you guys out there. East London man with a van company, if you're moving your house. And a career change makers academy. And then Forbes has a top 10 Bitcoin merchant sites list.
Do they have all the porn sites that are taking Bitcoin now?
So these are services.
Okay.
WordPress.com.
Yep.
The Pirate Bay. Reddit.
Oh, yeah, you can buy Reddit Gold with it.
Yeah. The Internet Archive. OkCupid. 4chan.org. That's not surprising.
Hey, look, Easy TV takes it. Good for them.
Namecheap. EasyTV. Mega.co.nz. And Loomfile.
Oh, there's so many. I mean, the list is growing all the time.
Yeah, no, this is just like top 10. So, and that isn't restricted to location.
The adult entertainment industry loves Bitcoin because, you know why?
No.
A lot of times...
Because it's not dirty?
What? I don't get it.
I don't know. Like...
Well, I'll tell you what happens. So here's the scenario.
I guess that's
significant. So you have a husband and a wife, and one of them goes and buys some porn, right? And on the internet, and they subscribe or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the credit card bill comes. The other spouse opens up the credit card bill and says, "Wait a minute, what's this charge to you know?" And then so
anonymity.
So then they cancel it. So then, oh no, I didn't do that. That must have been a hack. So they cancel it. So the guy gets his porn, or the gal gets all her porn. They cancel the payment, so the porn site doesn't get paid, right? They dispute the charge.
Yeah.
So, but with Bitcoin, there's no chargebacks.
Right.
So once you've sent the Bitcoin, it's like giving somebody cash. You give them a $20 bill, they can walk away with that $20 bill forever.
Right.
And so it's really
it's like a wire transfer.
And the other industry that I think we'll start seeing over 2014 really kind of blow up with Bitcoin is the medical marijuana industry, because the banks, because of the federal laws, are refusing to do business with medical marijuana. Well, marijuana is blowing up all over the United States right now. Our state of Washington, the cannabis shops cannot They have to deal only in cash. They cannot accept credit cards. They can't even have an ATM at their facility. That way the purchaser can withdraw money and then buy the product. You have to go there with cash, and then they have to save. They just keep the cash, like put it in a safe or something. So Bitcoin allows them to sort of take that, move it into Bitcoin, and then withdraw that Bitcoin as they need it, and the bank never is any wiser for what that actually was for.
So Pressman57 says, can you buy weed with Bitcoin? And you used to be able to. What was that big one that got taken down?
Silk Road.
Silk Road was taken down, though, unfortunately. And it was kind of like the eBay of weed. People could go on and have their own shop, and other people could buy using Bitcoin.
In fact, the guy that got busted just pleaded not guilty.
Oh, yeah?
Yesterday.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's current.
Yeah, and a brand new Washington pot shop in Spokane just opened up, and
cool.
it accepts Bitcoin.
Sweet. Do they ship?
What? Well, do
they mail?
Hey, can you send us some of that good weed there? Do you want me to? I got a clip of it. Turn up number 4. I'll play it. Turn up a lot.
Northwest and KXLY 4 News at 5.
This is a really bad video. Maybe we won't play it.
$100 in free gas and groceries. Go to KXLY.com.
Oh yeah, let's not play this. Well, okay, here it goes.
More businesses around Spokane are starting to accept a form of currency called Bitcoin. One shop just started accepting it because banks won't take their money. And KXLY4's Ian Cole joins us now live to explain how it all works and why the company is switching. Ian?
Basically, Nadine, each Bitcoin has a value. You can't touch it or feel it, but it just does. Currently, one Bitcoin is going for more than $800, but you can buy and trade fractions of one. And many people in the marijuana industry are turning to Bitcoin to keep their money secure.
You want some Maui? Yeah.
Money isn't hard to come by at Couchlock Medical Marijuana Dispensary.
Beautiful.
They do just fine and even opened a new location today. But what they can't do is accept credit cards or even put that money into a bank because the product they're selling is federally illegal. It's a major crisis in the medical and newly legal recreational pot business. While the feds are working to find a plan, shop owners aren't holding back.
Anybody can buy a Bitcoin and anybody can come spend a Bitcoin here.
Each one of the online currency is worth more than $800, but you can buy and sell fractions of one.
You can use it anywhere and you don't have to carry cash on you. You have your wallet on your phone.
They also believe it's safer and more secure than dealing with cash.
When you request money, you just request the amount that you would like, and it's going to give you either a Bitcoin amount or you can change it to US dollars. Your Bitcoin money then gets transferred to their Bitcoin wallet within a matter of seconds.
Some companies are accepting Bitcoin because it's trendy. The people here think it could be a way of the future in an industry with nowhere to put its money.
And it goes directly to your phone. The transaction happens within a matter of 12 seconds.
Bitcoin's also kind of like a stock. Its price can rise and fall, but the owners here say it's a risk they're willing to take to try, once again, and keep their money more secure. Reporting live in North Spokane, Ian Cole, KXLY4 News.
Well, thanks there, Ian. Good job, Ian. Good report.
It's kind of ridiculous that you can open up a shop selling medical marijuana.
I know.
To people that need it for medical reasons, but then
with a doctor's permission.
But then get the federal government being like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you accepting money for that? That's illegal."
The other problem is that it just, when you have to hold cash like that on hand, it just leads to not only corruption but robbery and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We have a mail sack we need to get to, too.
Yes, we do.
Now, did you want to point people to weusecoins.com?
Yeah, so weusecoins.com has a pretty good video where you can learn more about Bitcoin. It also has their favorite Bitcoin sites that are really good.
Oh, cool.
So you can go there for some good information.
And that video is really great. It really kind of does a good job of explaining Bitcoin to you, even if you're not familiar with it.
You'll find this video on a lot of Bitcoin websites.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this guy threw out his Bitcoin wallet that was on a hard drive and it was worth $9 million.
A lot of people will do that. And actually,
that's too bad.
It's fun. It's good though for us.
Yeah.
Because the less Bitcoins are in circulation, the more they're worth.
Yeah, but seriously, that is just...
Yeah, he dug through the landfill for that one. Yeah, that's no good.
But he hasn't found it yet.
Not as far as I know.
Yeah,
I
don't think he has.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Ange, could you spin up this graphic that we spent now we got a great deal on this because of the month, but we did it the right time. $30,000 for this intro. We spend it every faux show. It's totally worth it, though, because it's the one, the only Jupiter. It's the mail sack, everybody. What do we got in the mail sack today, Ange?
All right. Well, so the first thing is I have been getting tons of emails of people wearing their shirts, as well as stickers.
Oh, good.
Because let's see, I stopped mailing out stickers a week ago. And, oh, cool. I didn't know I did that. And everybody's getting them now.
They're just arriving?
Including all around the world. It takes about 5 or 6 days, it seems. So, and in fact, Brazil just got their Jupiter Broadcasting shirts.
Oh, what?
Yesterday.
So we're going to do the shirt award show on February 15th. We'd love to have you live.
Yep, which is the very next show.
That's next show.
I have over 100 submissions for where you put your sticker.
And that's also, by the way, the Saturday before last 300. We'd love to have you join us for Linux Action Show 300.
Yep, the next day.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I know.
So many great pictures.
There's stories behind all these pictures. And the point of the shirt pictures is to go to Prinstagram and have a poster printed of everybody that's wearing our shirt and have that framed in and put on the wall at the new studio.
Yep, it's going to be our art. We're going to, and because
be cool.
when we do these swag drives like this, we take that revenue from that and we use that to we're going to use that to invest in the new studio. And these shirts helped us close the gap recently because we had our Amazon affiliate program pulled out from underneath us, and which was a main source of income for us. And so that shirt, that Jupiter Broadcasting shirt that we did in December, helped us close the gap to finish the year and is positioning us to start in the new studio. So that's really awesome. And it's so great to see you guys getting them and enjoying them. So you can find more pictures over at Instagram.com/Jupiter Broadcasting. And the stickers are getting out there too. So I'm sure we'll be seeing that soon too.
Yep. So the stickers went to 43 different U.S. states and 32 countries and cost us about $620. And that was at no cost to you.
Yep, we just wanted to give them to you guys for being so awesome.
Yep, I sent out 316 handwritten envelopes, and I've gotten a lot of comments about how nice my handwriting is.
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, and yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
I guess I'm really excited. At least 100 of those 316 people have sent in their pictures. I didn't expect everybody to send in their sticker pictures, and that's totally cool. But I've seen some really neat ones, and it'll be, if you remember when I did the How Did You Find Jupiter Broadcasting Awards? I think that's what it was.
A long time ago.
Or maybe it was desktop. Well, anyway, I got so many submissions, I had to do group awards. So that's what next Saturday will be.
Those ones are fun, though. And as Rikai points out in the chat room, he says, I hope you bought that mailsack graphic with Bitcoin before the price dropped. Yes, that was,
right?
Yeah. All right, so we got a little physical mailsack here.
So, I checked the mailbox, Yeah. And I got...
What'd you get there, Ange?
2 letters.
Aw, does that say to Queen Angela on it?
It does. It says to Queen Angela F from Lord Creeper.
Aw.
If you're on the Minecraft server, you would know that Lord Creeper's been on there with his little brother.
You got to show that.
Yeah. So, dear Angela, if you put the creeper heads back, thanks. I hope your grandma feels better. So, somebody had taken his creeper heads, so I did put them back.
That's nice that you make a mention about your grandma.
Yeah.
She's been in the hospital recently.
Yeah, and then his little brother...
That one will key out a little bit, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of green, but thank you for the help. And this is from his little brother.
That is adorable.
Diamond Dude.
That's a good creeper.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know if it probably keys out for the audience at home, but that was a good creeper.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Good solid drawing.
Now, I meant to have Minecraft up and running, but we have some new shops there that are really cool.
Yeah,
and
you could probably load it. It's on there.
Okay.
Just frame it so that way it's the size of Firefox or whatever.
I will. So I'm going to do that.
So if I was going to... Hey, Ange.
Yeah?
I don't know if this is possible, but if I wanted to play with some of the coolest people on the internet, the Jupiter Broadcasting community, and I happen to have Minecraft, could I log into a Minecraft server and play with other people that are in the Jupiter Broadcasting community and probably watch the faux show and have common interest to mine?
Absolutely.
Really? Now, how would I do that, Angela? What means are available to me to access this awesome, free for the community Minecraft server?
I can't get logged in.
Oh, okay. All right. I was trying to stall for you.
I know you were,
It's
and
all right.
I can't answer your questions.
Well, you know what? Tell people where they can log in so they can go check it out themselves. They can just go look for themselves.
It's not working.
Because you probably changed your password.
No, it's not. It's not. Because,
Tell them. Well, they can look for themselves.
JB Live. I don't remember the.
Isn't it mc.jbgame.tv?
Yes.
MC. Is that what it is? mc.jbgame.tv?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. 1.3.9.
Yeah, ambiguous outlier. I believe it's just open login. I don't think you have to be on any kind of list or anything like that. You just
no, you don't have to be whitelisted.
Yeah, just go to mc.jbgame.tv and
so
log
frustrating.
in. Now you have to buy it. You do
Got
have to
it.
buy Minecraft. Were you just typing it that entire time?
Well, no, I had to change it last time.
So you did change it. There you go. Now frame it up so that way it's just covering up your Firefox window.
I have to wait for it to load.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. That looks good.
I think when it's this big, I have. All right.
So
let's find the shop.
She gets to fly, you guys. That's not fair. It actually plays smoother on your screen than the captures.
There they
That's
are.
what it is. The capture is a little stuttery, but it plays smooth over here. Where are we going, Ange? So are these all shops?
Yeah.
Holy! Look at the fire in that chimney.
Yeah. So here they are, and a couple are already rented out.
Oh.
But otherwise, they're empty.
So people can go in there and set up shop.
Yeah, it's actually really neat. So that one's not open yet.
That's
that
Blasters, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Blasters. His doesn't open until next Saturday, so we might have to be here for that grand opening.
Opens.
Let's see.
It premieres
I
during
love
the faux
these.
show.
Yep.
That is pretty nice. That's a swank looking town. It looks like high rent though. What's the cost if I want to rent out a shop?
Oh, there isn't. You just inhabit it. Put a sign there.
You
put your
say
name on
just
it.
claim it.
Yeah.
It's like the Wild West on our Minecraft server. I love
Pretty
it.
cool, huh?
Yeah, that's really cool.
You get to build your own levels, so it doesn't have to be
What kind of things would people sell in these?
anything, whatever they can make or mine, But basically, they can leverage. They can sell something cheaper than the admin store, and that way people buy from them, and we keep the money circulating.
I see.
So
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And who built all these?
Because
these buildings are really well done. Do they build each one individually?
No, because I checked the blocks to see who changed them, and some of them have no history of.
So they were
who placed
duplicated?
them. Yeah.
Cloned?
So yeah.
The power of not it being a real world.
Welcome, Mick Knox. First time joining.
All right, we're going long here. We need to wrap up.
Okay. All right. Well, so that's the shop. So if you guys are interested, go over there. All of the links. Whoa. All the links from today's show are in the show notes, and as well as the. Well, I'll have to put the Minecraft stuff in there.
Yep. And don't forget to join us next week for the faux show. And if you want to just get involved with the Jupiter Broadcasting gaming community, you can go to jbgame.tv, where we have communities there on Google Plus and our Minecraft communities, as well as Zanonic and Team Fortress 2 and Killing Floor. And you can interact with the community. And look, Mini Moose 13 posted a video over there.
Oh, very cool.
Arch Linux Russian, whichever one you want to go
Yeah,
by.
Arch Linux Russian.
So that's another. You can check out what people are doing over there too. It's pretty cool. So jbgame.tv to go to the Jupiter Broadcasting gaming community on Google+.
All right. Now, so for those of you that submitted sticker pictures, I haven't responded to every email because, well, there's over 100 of them. But I will try to respond to them at least a day before next Saturday to let you know, hey, you're in the show. If you don't get that email, then I don't have your sticker submission, or I do and it went to spam.
But don't
or
expect it
whatever.
for a little while.
But yeah. So
okay.
That is it for this episode of The Faux Show. We have a big one next week, and that's when we will see you next.